The absolute monarch. In this world, some beings embody the concept of destruction. Their dignified appearance and behaviors were like those of monarchs. No one knew for what purpose the monarchs sought the destruction of the world. They wielded their paranormal powers and reduced everything in their sight to nothingness. Thunder booms before them, and trees turn brittle. They boil the mountains and crack the earth. They conjure storms and submerge all into unfathomable darkness. The world steeped in turmoil and rage, subsumed by violence. And when there is nothing more to destroy, they move to the next land, searching for further destruction. All that witness this great destruction shudder in fear. It is the fate of any unfortunate enough to be in their path to disappear in an instant. And among the destroyers of the world, there is an alpha. Its overwhelming powers of intimidation lays other destroyers prone, and it possesses untold strength. Erebus, the underworld monarch, sits on his throne in the darkest of darkness, looking on at the destruction of the world as if it were the most natural thing.
So for today's episode, I thought I'd try something new. Instead of making another episode showing our journey to Plat 1 last season, I figured I'd put that on hold and showcase the solo mode. And instead of me doing a whole immersive experience, I'm gonna kind of go on a mini rant about this game and the community as a whole, I guess. So if you played any of the Yu-Gi-Oh games, you've practically played them all. You got your PvP rank mode and your story mode, which is basically you going through all the famous moments in all of Yu-Gi-Oh history. Now don't get me wrong, being able to live out your anime fantasies and summoning Slifer the Sky Dragon as you play as Yugi dueling strings, or having to play as Jesse and finally summoning my Rainbow Dragon, or even as Jack and summoning
Mountains will crumble as the land is engulfed in flames. Synchro summon my soul, Red Dragon Archfiend.
Having to live out those moments as you play can really give you that nostalgia feeling. But after the first 3 games, it kind of gets old, tiring, repetitive. Now before I continue, ever since this game dropped, I've been getting involved in the Yu-Gi-Oh community. And I gotta say, the Yu-Gi-Oh community as a whole is torn between people who grew up with the show and people that actually play this competitively. And I've seen a lot of complaints about this game, from the whole
lack of being gems
to the whole
oh my god, they really need to lower the time limit. This is ridiculous.
And let's not forget,
oh my god, the story mode is too hard. Like, oh my god, how am I supposed to play this? This is unfair. Gosh.
And I gotta say, I wish people would cut that shit out, honestly. So the first thing I'm gonna talk about is the whole gem situation. I believe the reason behind Konami making this game is to provide those people who actually play this game competitively. And I'm talking about the people that travel all over the world to go to these global tournaments. I'm talking about the people that go to their local community competitions every single weekend. Those people. With the whole Rona situation, a lot of people haven't been able to compete in some of these tournaments. Shoot, a lot of these tournaments had to get canceled. And I think Konami made this game to one day have these big global competitions without putting people at risk for the Rona. Because unfortunately, in these times we're living in, with a new Rona being discovered every single day, who knows when we'll be able to get back to shit like that. But now, I also believe they made this game to bring back the people who grew up with the series, to have them fall in love with the brand all over again. I think when they were creating this game, they didn't want it to be like every other Yu-Gi-Oh game where the gems are endless and you can grind and build any deck you want. Because I think what happens with the community as a whole is you build your childhood favorite deck, you go online thinking you about to clap some anime cheeks, and you just get ran through like a hoe. So instead of learning the new format and the gimmick of your deck, and trust me, every archetype in this game has a gimmick. So instead of learning the gimmick and how to play it, people normally just say, screw it, I'm gonna go copy what everyone else is doing. Now when you play Master Duels, you can get roughly around a good 12k gems before you even finish half the solo mode. Now what you do with those gems is on you. Just know, whatever deck you build, like the name of the game says, you will have to master that deck in these duels. because it won't be easy to get gems. I also think the reason gems aren't easy to come by is because this game is supposed to be a TCG, OCG experience. And realistically, some of these cards are expensive. Most of these people that play in tournaments can only build what? 1, 2, 3 decks? Because once again, some of these busted ass cards are expensive. And I think they wanted to implement that idea that, look, gems ain't coming by easy. Unless you filthy rich, it's gonna be a grind like in real life, which is why I think they call the game Master Duel, so you can learn how to master your own dueling style instead of just getting frustrated with the meta and quitting and building a new deck. So now with the lack of gems, you're forced to either master your dueling style, tweak out your deck, or sell your soul and make a whole new account and join the meta. The second thing I want to talk about is the whole timer situation. Look, as a nigga who's new to this whole Yu-Gi-Oh scene, I love the timer. I don't care what anybody says, they better not touch the timer. Let me remind y'all, just in case y'all haven't realized, most of these cards have essays of text on them. How am I gonna read all your cards, know what to do, what to counter, what to stop in 3 to 5 minutes? Tell me, huh? And it ain't like it's just one card that got all these essays of text on them. And on top of that, you know how many summoning mechanics we have now? Like, nigga, no. Leave the time alone. If your opponent taking too long, take a nap. Make a sandwich, do some studying, get a quick workout in, alright? Because if I'm gonna get ran through, pause, at least let me know who the fuck is doing it and how they doing it, alright? Anyway, when you really take the time to listen to some of the things people complain about regarding the timer, it's like, bro, have you not seen Brains? Did you not see the last match between Varus and Playmaker in season 1? This nigga Varus had 7 monsters on his board. This nigga Varus stole a whole monster zone from Playmaker. So you think he did that in 3 to 5 minutes? Like, come on, just shut up and stop bitching. Damn. And the third thing I want to talk about is the solo mode. So first things first, whoever came up with the solo mode idea, man, Konami, make sure y'all give that nigga a raise, a stock in the brand. I'm talking this nigga's entire lineage should never know what poverty feels like. I'm talking if we ever create a Nimbus, he should be one of the first people to have one. The solo mode in this game is one of the best things I've played in a Yu-Gi-Oh game, period. The idea to give lore to the archetypes is ingenious. Like, spoiler alert, we'll get there soon, but I never know Gem Knights and Lavals had beef. Like, bro, the lore in this game is just refreshing, a masterpiece. Round of applause, round of applause. Shoot, if I was a girl, I'd suck that nigga. Pause.
Nah, bro, that's still gay. No, you're gay. He's gay. I'm not gay. He's gay.
But yeah, like I was saying, is the solo mode hard? Hell fucking yeah. But that don't mean make it easier. Nah. Once again, I think the reason they made the solo mode hard is because they want you to know how to master Duel. What's the point of playing an easy solo mode if solo mode doesn't represent the difficulty of the game in ranked settings? I'm not saying solo mode is as hard as ranked, nah, but it forces you to read the cards, think about your moves, and make the best possible decision. Because you best believe the computer will have part of the cards, shining drawer, no useless cards in his deck, and run through you like a hoe. So if you made it this far, you're probably thinking,
Damn, this nigga must think this is the best game ever.
it's not. Like every game, it has its flaws. Literally, the 3 things I've been talking about are the biggest flaws. But it's those flaws that are slowly helping me become a better duelist, because it's forcing me to learn how to play instead of running away and taking the easy road. That's pretty much all I had to say in this mini rant regarding this game. I'll say it again, it's not a perfect game, but I'm enjoying it, like, a lot. Even when Konami decides to let me see the brickiest of hands and lets my opponent see the godliest of hands, I'm still enjoying the game. But enough of that, and let's get back into this lore.
The advances of the monarchs who employ the very concept of destruction continue. How many countless worlds must they have destroyed? Lightning storms, blizzards, lava, and seismic catastrophe. All manners of destruction assail the world. As they advance, the monarchs grow ever stronger, perpetually pushing the boundaries of destruction. Their power defiles all matter equally. There is no way to discern whether or not the monarchs are aware of what they destroy. They advance, thoroughly expunging all that enters their field of vision, no matter the scenery. However, in a land reduced to rubbles, from the heavens descended a creator. Heather, the heavenly monarch. A savior descended as if a miracle to a land awaiting its destruction. Whether this creator could be counted as one of the monarchs is unknown. The ground in which the creator has landed slowly begins to revive. A day will surely come when this land, regenerated by the creator, will be destroyed again. Nonetheless, with no reward, Heather, the heavenly monarch, fills this ruined world with the light of rebirth.
But yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. I might do immersive gameplay, or I might do another video like this talking about the whole Exceeds Festival. We'll see. Either way, our next 2 videos will be on either one of those topics. So yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all niggas later.